Hello everyone. Hope you're ready for a wonderful month in CMA, or better known as College Math and Algebra. This short video is a little bit to go over the homework that is required for this class. There's a total of 7 homeworks. You're going to notice in the titles, homeworks 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 have the words ALEKS beside them, and homework 2 and 7 has the word problem set. Homeworks 2 and 7 will be submitted through the LMS here. All the other homeworks will be submitted through ALEKS. If you're not familiar with ALEKS, that's what this video is here for. ALEKS is an outside platform that we use to test your mastery of the topics that are taught in this class. The first thing that I'd love to go over before we go into the details of ALEKS is there's something that has to be done before you can get there. You must register. This part is only in your homework 1 assignment. So let's go over how we register and what is expected before you can start on your homework. So when you go into your homework 1 assignment, you are going to see this here that says click here to register for ALEKS. Now we're going to be coming back to this in a little bit. That is where we're going to get started. Let me explain a little bit about ALEKS. There is a total of 285 topics in ALEKS. That is what's due by the end of the month. We broke these down into 5 different checkpoints, each consisting of 20% of ALEKS, or a total of 57 topics. So if you look here, each topic builds upon the one before. Homework 1 is 20%. Homework 3 says 40%. That 40% includes the 20% from the previous week. So you kind of have to realize math builds upon itself. If you do not do all of homework 1 and you come to homework 3, you cannot get 100 on homework 3 unless you have completed a total of 40% of ALEKS, or in this case 114 topics. So they are cumulative and they do build upon each other. If for some reason though you do not complete all of your homeworks, but by the end of the month you get 100% because you worked hard. Maybe things happened at the beginning of the month. We are going to go back into those other homeworks. We will give you half credit points back for all the topics not finished because you did finish them. You just finished them later. So you are going to get credit for all those. That will be given at the end of the month. So don't stress out in the middle of the month. So that is kind of what happens. And as you see here, I'm kind of scrolling down, giving you some ideas. So let's go back to ALEKS and let's show how are we going to register ALEKS. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to click here, like it says, to register for ALEKS. And it is going to take you out of the LMS into the ALEKS. Then it's going to ask you a question. It says, have you used ALEKS before? This is where most people have an issue. If you have used ALEKS before, we're going to have to tell a little white lie to ALEKS and explain to ALEKS, we have never used you before. So you're going to click here. Even if you took this class last month, you're going to click here and you're going to continue. And we're going to hope it loads. Okay, once we load, you have to fill in information here. It will not let you go before. Put your first name. My first name is going to be Test. And your last name, you're a test student. If I can spell, thank you. You're going to have to put in your email address. Now, I want you to understand about your email addresses. They are going to send you an email. What address are you going to check? That is what you're going to put here. I'm going to put in my school email address. You are going to make your own password up. Now, when you make up this password, please make sure you remember it. I do not have access to these passwords. So if you do not remember them, I can't help you with that. You would have to call ALEKS support. You're going to have to say you agree to the terms and you're going to hit continue. Once you do this, ALEKS is going to give you a login name. And as you see here, here is my registration complete, my login name. Your login name is unique to you. Please take screenshots, take a picture of it, write it down. Don't lose this. Again, I don't have access to your information. If you cannot get in, do not start a new account. Contact us and say, hey, I forgot my login or I forgot my password. Let's see what we can work out. Getting a new account can confuse things. If you work part of the day, you log off and you can't get back in, don't start a new account. Okay, so let's click continue. Once you hit continue, ALEKS is going to take you to what they call a tutorial. Now, this tutorial is important, and it tells you a little bit about ALEKS, how it's an individualized. It figures out what you already know. Everyone in this class will start at a different point based upon their mathematical skills. So this helps you track that, and it's going to let you know. So we're going to get started. You will see bunches of these in the beginning pop up. Please read those because they can be very important. This is your main menu. This shows if you have any notifications, and this suggests whatever you're to do next. So ALEKS is going to take you through a tutorial of tools. And so what it's going to do is it'll bring you in and it'll show you how to navigate through ALEKS. Okay, now I am going to skip this for time's sake, and I have already done this. Once you complete with this tutorial, what's going to happen is you're going to get a knowledge check. And you must complete the knowledge check. That's going to come up right after the tutorial. It'll say, congratulations, you've completed the tutorial. You now have to take a knowledge check. When you take that initial knowledge check, it's going to assess what you already know for mathematical purposes. If you know how to add 2 plus 2, it's not going to make you do that. It's going to give you that topic. So here is an example. Let's say that I have just finished my knowledge check, and it's going to tell me my results. It's going to tell me I've already mastered 184 out of 285 topics. Guess what? I only have to complete 101 topics for the rest of the month. What you already know, that is built into this 285. Now, what ALEKS does is it groups different things in different areas. You will notice all of these pie slices. The colored region is what you know. This gray part says you haven't completed all of that area because there is gray there. You see here's gray here and here. That is things I don't know. As I complete them, this color will go all the way out to the very end, and I will know I completed that pie slice. Now, in this course, we are not going to tell you you have to work in a certain area. You are allowed to work wherever you want. I will say the easiest topics start with whole numbers, and they progressively get harder as they build upon things. So let's continue and let's see what ALEKS looks like. Okay, this is tab here is your ALEKS pie. So if I click on it, it just shows me my pie. I can click on a pie slice and I can get information. There are 20 topics in whole numbers. I've completed 19. This is what I look at. I only have one left to get started. Okay, so I can go through here. Look at this one. There are 35 here. I have 28 remaining. The remaining is what you're going to look at. As you go through here, it's going to have mastered. It's going to say what you learned, what's remaining. We are concerned with this overall number here in the middle. Now remember, we talked about homework assignment 1. In homework assignment 1, you must complete 20% of ALEKS or 57 topics. Guess what? I've already got my 57 topics done. Homework assignment 3 says I must do 40%, which is 114 topics in ALEKS. I've already got homework 3 completed. So you kind of see how this works. Does that mean I don't need to be working? No, it doesn't. You can complete all of your homework assignments at one time by just completing and putting this middle number to 285. If you can do that in the first week, that's awesome. You've completed your load real easily. If not, that's fine. Work on it. Work in ALEKS chunks at a time. Instead of trying to do 8-10 hours at a time, do 2 or 3 hours this day, 2 or 3 hours the next day. We recommend 3 to 4 hours per day to work on your homework, but based upon your skill level, you may need less hours, you may need more hours. That is strictly up to you. You can look at your timeline. Your timeline here will tell you all of your information. It will tell you how long you've worked each day. It also lets your instructor know if you're working. And let me explain how this works. As an instructor, I can go into ALEKS. I can look at the week. Let's say you've contacted me and said, look, I had some bad things happen and I was not able to work. I've been working hard every day, but Thursday I wasn't, and I'm falling behind. I can go in here and look to see, have you been working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you just didn't work Thursday? Or have you not even looked at it the whole week and you're just giving me a good little story? So these are things I can look at. I also look at this for another reason. If you are stuck on a topic, I can look at this and it'll let me know. So this is something I look at, but this is your personal timeline. This is what you're working towards. You're working towards, by the end of the month, you want 285 topics complete. That's the only due date you're going to see. But remember, your homework assignments are really checkpoints to be sure you are reaching the goals to get to that 285 at the end of the month. This shows you the week by week. Okay, start your path is where we start. When you start here, it starts you at the very beginning. Okay, and it's going to give you an example with the answer. This is what we're learning. When you get started, you click start, and it's going to give you a problem. And it's going to tell me to evaluate this. This up here tells me whether I got it right, whether I get it wrong. You will notice these will slowly progress. They will go to the green or they will go red. I can put in an answer. Let's say I'm looking at this and I have no idea how to do this. I can click on explanation, I'm sorry. ALEKS will pull up another explanation for me of that exact problem, saying this is what you should do first. Then I can go back to practice. Maybe I've worked on this a long time. If I pull this down, this shows all the things I can do right here. So I can jump around. I want to do that one instead. So let's look at that one real quick. I can work on this one instead. Let's see, finding patterns and shapes. Okay, so again, here is my sequence. And here we go. So this is my answer, 5 circles. So let's see what's going to happen here. So let's look at this. All right, in shape 1, let's see if we can figure out what's going on. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going this way. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way, 4 this way. Okay. If I have 4 this way, 3 this way, then in figure 4, I should have 3 this way, 2 this way, so I should have 5, and I'm going to put a 5 in there. And I'm going to click check. Keep our fingers crossed. Do you see the green? That means I got it right, and all of these greens have to light up for me to go to the next topic. So when I go next, we're going to look at this. So I have 2, I added 4. I had 4, I added 6. Okay. So if I have 2, this is 6, this is 12. How many do you think I should have for the next one? I'm going to say 20. What do you think? Is that going to work? Let's check it. I got 2 in a row. Now you see how well, see I'm almost there. I get to go to a new topic. Now let's look at this one. I have 4, I have 8, I have 12. I think I'm going to have 16. But wait a minute, I changed my mind. Let's say there's 15. Here's the thing. What happens when I get one wrong? I want you to watch these little green bars up here. Do you see it took one away? It will not allow you to go to the next topic or complete this topic and add it to your pie unless you fill all of these up. So that's why I am wanting you to be real careful. I'm rechecking it. Sometimes it'll let you recheck it, and it gave it back to me. So yay, I got it back. So I'm going to need to do another one. Once I do that, it's going to add it to my pie totals, which is awesome because I want my totals to get to 285. So this is ALEKS. This is the way ALEKS works. You're allowed to go up here. You're allowed to move around. You will find some things will have a, well, I haven't found any. But if there's something you're not ready to learn, there may be a lock on them, which means basically you've got some other things you need to do first, okay? Now, I want to caution you with one thing. As you go through ALEKS, you will get random knowledge checks, just like your initial knowledge check. What that random knowledge check does, it just kind of quizzes you real quick on what you've already learned. It throws a few more things in there. If you do real well, it will add topics to your pie. If you don't do well, or if you decide, I don't want to take this thing, and it has this button down there that says, I don't know, and you click it, it will take things away from you. So you have to do your best. We are not canceling knowledge checks. This is your little thing to get through ALEKS. So don't go through and say, oh, we need to cancel these. We're not canceling knowledge checks. We want you to work on these, okay? All right, so if you have any other questions about ALEKS or about your homework assignments, please contact your instructor. They are a wealth of knowledge. They should always be your first go-to person with any problems with the class you have, no matter how you think it should work and all. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please get started on ALEKS immediately. Please work ahead. It really helps because as the topics go, they get a little more intense. And so you may get more frustrated. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome month with us.